Hey y'all, from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. They have no hidden fees, no price hikes. All websites are optimized for mobile right out the box, and it is so easy to get started. You just pick out a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it all your own. So head to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial today. And when you're ready to launch your website, use offer code READ, that's READ, to save 10% off your first purchase. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you, and let's start the show.
Welcome back to all of my friends. Welcome back. My niggas have my ends. What?
It's an instant Negro classic. Don't know what you mean.
Is it true that when you lose sleep, you hallucinate? I kind of want to experience that. Maybe that's what's happening.
I actually don't think you want to experience that. And I also think you have to be much more sleep deprived than what you probably
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm being, hyperbolic and stupid. I'm just saying, like, that sounds like it might be.
But that is a thing, yeah.
Great.
I mean, perhaps, shrooms are right there as well, so.
Makes me think of that episode of The Golden Girls where Blanche didn't get any sleep and then she thought those egg yolks in a bag were sunshine.
Okay.
Honestly, there's really a Golden Girls reference for literally anything. And sometimes, like, you guys have no idea how many moments in my life I'm like, should I keep this Golden Girls reference to myself or should I just share it?
No,
there's a Golden Girls moment for this.
I thought I saw every episode, but I do not remember this one. And that just lets me know I am not the hardcore stan I thought I was. So I'm going to have to go back and find
Season 5, episode 2.
Oh, great. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Blanchepedia. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, guys, welcome back. I am Rue McClanahan.
And I am Suzanne Douglas. And thank you for coming back to the read. Welcome to the show.
Indeed. And you just started off with some Black excellence.
I did. The great Suzanne Douglas, rest in peace, too.
Yes.
A true icon. Yet another Black legend. Gone too soon.
A legendary actor and Black TV and film and stage fave.
Mm-hmm.
Known for things like Parenthood, how Stella got her groove back. She was in The Inkwell, Jason's Lyric. She did so many different things. And yeah, that was kind of like, yeah, let's have all of the bad news. Yeah, that really hurt my heart when I saw the news. Like, that's just one of the... I feel like this happens every time another like Black icon, especially TV or movie. I feel like this happens for me every time they pass away. I'm just like, no, but that's like a piece of my development. That's like a piece of my youth that is leaving along with it. It's heartbreaking for me. It feels very like sand in an hourglass. Yes, exactly. Like time's moving on and, our loved ones and icons are going into their next journey. Yeah. And cancer sucks. It does. And it always has. And I don't even know if you heard about this, but Charlie Robinson just died too. I'm so sorry, friend. Just literally earlier, like today, the news came out that he passed away a couple of years ago. If you don't know Charlie Robinson, Google him. If you're Black, you will know his face. If you're old enough, then you saw him on Night Court, but he was also on lots of other TV shows. He played Nate on Set It Off. I'm in a bind, Nate. So, if you Black, you definitely seen that. But it's just, and I had this similar feelings as similar feelings as with Suzanne Douglas. I was just like, yo, for real? Like, Y'all,
yeah.
this man, he was on Malcolm and Eddie, which I've been thinking about a lot.
Yeah, no, I skipped over a lot of the discography. I just went straight to what I thought niggas
I think he was Jason's daddy on The Game.
Oh,
yeah,
shit. Wait a minute. I think he was.
I think he was Jason's daddy on The Game, and like he was also really cheap, and that's why Jason was cheap, I think. Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
I just sat here already like, wow, we lost a black legend.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
And
I'm
sorry.
You are, oh, yeah, let's update it with another one.
I just thought I should tell you now before the internet tells you tomorrow. So, but yeah, rest in peace to both of those black icons.
Great start.
Yeah, way too soon.
Well, we have some good news in Black excellence.
Can't wait.
Everyone has been all abuzz about a young lady by the name of Zaila Avant-garde.
Thank you. Yes, that's it.
Because this beautiful 14-year-old young lady from Harvey, Louisiana is the first ever Black American to win the National Spelling Bee. She had so many people rooting for her. Famous, regular, Facebook, Instagram,
I
TikTok,
love her. I love her.
Cricket. Wait, what is this? President of the Southern University System announced a Zaila Day to commemorate her Black excellence over at Southern University.
I know that's right, Southern. Yes, I think the president of LSU already extended her an offer of a full scholarship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the girls are like, please, come here.
Oh, yeah. They're very excited. The fact that this 14-year-old holds world records in like basketball related activities, but then just casually decided to start out spelling you bitches too. Just 2 years ago. She just got started 2 years ago. Most of these kids been training since birth for the spelling bee. And she was just like, oh, a fun thing to do when I'm not dribbling. Nigga, what?
Yeah, she said she'd like to play basketball at Harvard. So if that's not the explanation, I think it tells you everything you need to know. And what was the damn word that she won on? I have never heard.
It was Mariah.
Of
a genus Mariah of trees. Carey? No, it's pronounced slightly different. Murray. It's Mariah, but not pronounced. The same emphasis on the syllables is not there.
To medicine?
It's like Maria. Or something like that. No.
Bitch, hold the phone. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Let me just test this again before I say it.
Oh, okay.
I Googled her name, and Google has an animation with the word and a bunch of bees. That comes down on the page when you Google her. It literally showed me the words as you were saying Mariah Carey to me.
Okay, I didn't say that. But yes, I'm very glad about that. I know when I Googled her earlier, like confetti rained down on the Google page. And I was like,
they added words. They added the word, I guess.
Oh, yes, the Mariah name. So yes, apparently it's some type of tree, a genus of tree. So, one step above a species. But not a word I had ever heard before. Certainly, I would have said Mariah.
Exactly. And I would have asked them why they were being disrespectful.
You mean the woman who invented Christmas?
The one and only diva of the holidays? What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah, and I have to say, when she spelled it right and they confirmed it and she did that little spin on stage.
Yeah, oh my God.
I burst into tears. I did.
Yeah.
I cried very hard for a very long time. Because, like, if you take away the braces and add pigtails, that is exactly what I looked like at her age. Like, exactly. It was like looking at young me. And so for her to be like, spelling is fun or whatever, but, basketball is really fun. And I'd like to be in the WNBA. I'm just like, look at this little black girl who's like, yeah, I just decided to spell and the spelling bee's fun. So yeah, more black people should do it. But, gonna keep doing my thing and being great. And okay, everybody have a good time. Like, and then she's just at the ESPYs with every other athlete. And my heart just exploded. I'm so happy for this young girl and so excited to see what she does with her life.
Same, and more same.
Beautiful
Speaking
story.
Of the ESPYs, Miss Naomi Osaka won Best Athlete in Women's Sports.
Period.
But
baddest bitch in women's sports.
I also want to talk about her sold out Barbie doll.
Nigga, I really thought I was gonna get a Naomi Osaka doll to go alongside my Ava DuVernay doll. I said, me and the bitch.
No, girl.
When I tell you that thing was gone, I don't know if it was bots or what, but within 45 seconds, you could not find the fucking doll. You just could not get the doll. And I know the resellers are going to be acting a whole ass, and I just won't do it. But yeah, you could not find that goddamn doll.
Yeah, there isn't a website with a checkout page that doesn't have bots.
Nope.
So.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely scooped that up too. But either way, I thought that was fantastic, and I love the doll's hair.
I didn't watch the actual ESPYs, but I did see clips of it. And then weirdly enough, I was like taking a walk that evening, and I walked past that whole setup, and I was like, damn, what award show did they have here? But I didn't ask because
you don't care.
I don't care. But then I came home and saw like everybody tagging themselves in my neighborhood talking about the ESPYs, and I was like, okay. So that's what you niggas was down there doing, because I saw Sha'Carri Richardson, which really did my heart very good to see her like being embraced.
She gonna get her life and her flowers.
Exactly. Like the girl smoked some weed and her mama died. Who do you think is really finna hold that against her? Like literally nobody other than the officials who run these very important Caucasian sporting events. The rest of us do not give a shit about that at all. The rest of us would have did weed and worse if our mamas had died. So we don't care. I just love to see her embraced by the greater sports community and by, you know, famous people in general. Like, it was good to see her there, and I'm glad she had that moment.
Couple Tide Pods.
You know, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of Pharaoh and Ball.
Okay,
so listen.
That's enough.
This week in our pop culture segment, which is called Hot Tops, What We Do in the Shadows, we're going to start with the latest in Summer Walker drama.
Oh, Lord. Tell me she's not still giving that baby honey. You remember the girls had a fit.
So Summer is no longer on the track with London, Paris, or France.
What? Say this again. I mean, I know what you're saying, but what does this mean?
Help! All right, self-fulfilling prophecy? Who knows? But Galactahor posted on her story, I am the full taker of my child. That man pulls up on the weekend with his mama and his gifts for a day or two, takes his pics, but I do all the work when I'm not at work. So once again, suck a dick. I read these so terribly without I be missing the punctuation.
Or do they write them? Do they write them terribly?
No, because that's not her fault. There's a period here.
Okay,
I did that. That's my fault. That one was.
I'm just checking because normally it's not your fault.
It really. Normally, I read it as
yes, correct.
I want you guys to know that, like 99.9% of the time, I just read exactly what's in front of me, and I know it's an error, but that's not my business or my fault. But that one was me. This one was me.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yes, but this was after London on the track posted some photographs with him and his daughter with Summer still covered in emojis so we don't see the baby. Mm-hmm. And here we have one of him feeding the baby with a bottle outside the Apple store.
Yeah, so she's right. He definitely comes by once a week or so and takes his pictures. Because who the fuck photographs themselves feeding their child outside the Apple store? Like, that's not a thing. We don't care.
I guess with the baby hungry, I don't know. I don't have any.
It really gives me more like of a stunt type of situation. Because, like, I'm sorry, people who are full-time caretakers of children have a whole lot of shots to use if they want to show the baby getting fed. And outside the Apple store, it's just like not even top 10. So I just noticed niggas.
Don't the babies be having little like kitchen islands in the bathroom and shit where you can go in and lay them down and feed them and change their Pampers? And
in public bathrooms, yes, they do. They have like a
the Apple Store.
thing.
Oh, I don't know if the Apple Store.
Oh no, the Apple Store would not have that. Oh well, hold on. Not in New York City, but in real American cities, yes.
Oh.
I maintain that New York City, you should have to have a passport to come here because it is not like America. But
yeah,
probably in other cities where they have regular open bathrooms that anybody can get to, they probably do have those. I'm just saying, probably.
Big Daddy Duties, he captioned it. And then another later where he's also just holding the baby and whatever. And so Summer said, I am the full caretaker of my child. That man pulls up. Okay, see, now, all right. I'm the full caretaker of my child. That man pulls up on the weekend with his mama and his gifts for a day or two, take his pics. But I do all the work when I'm not at work. So once again, suck a dick. So the period was my problem. And now I see where my error was. Because that was the first form of punctuation within 7 sentences.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I just kept going full force because I did not expect, my brain didn't expect a punctuation mark at that point. And so this is really barely my fault.
I would say it's not at all your fault. You got used to not seeing a period. Therefore, you did not anticipate a period. No, this is physiological as far as I'm concerned. This is how human brains work. So you are completely not at fault for the initial misreading. And when it comes to Summer Walker, like as always, I empathize, but like this is the life of a baby mama. And you used to clown the baby mamas for doing this exact thing. But like, yeah, girl, you mean to tell me he takes his pictures for the gram, but he's not involved in the day in and day out activities and like the actual responsibilities of raising an infant? Really, girl? My mind is blown.
Who could have
guessed that a nigga with multiple baby mamas and multiple kids who is never really involved in the day-to-day care of any of them would not do it again? Like, what? I feel for her. I do, because her baby deserves better than that, and she deserves the support. He definitely gives me like manipulative pretty boy. Absolutely.
And, like, I produce beats and the girls because look at my Cuban link.
Yep.
And so you girls are going to fall in line and probably like, oh my goodness, like I'm the peanut butter to your jelly. You can't live without me. Like blah, 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 blah. Manipulation. And she just got a little spicy and a little too big for her britches because she was into her, she was love and work and magic. Yeah.
It's not like Summer Walker was 48 years old doing this.
Right, and so drama, and she's very expressive and open on galactohorror.org. And so, and even just last week, he posted a picture with one of his other kids, and the baby mom was put it on her page. And then someone was like, oh, it's so interesting that now magically he gets along with the baby now that Summer is out of the picture. And the girl responded to it, to which she got dragged. She got dragged by the Autumns or whatever Summer Walker's fans are called. And then Summer put a whole bunch of screenshots on her page.
Of course.
About people calling her bitter.
Because she is young.
Bitter mama and stuff and whatever.
Yes, Gen Z. Go off.
Which is like messy, but at the same time, T, like that ain't gonna do with Summer. That's this nigga bouncing around and gaslighting and triggering the fuck out of all of y'all based on whoever the fuck he's mad at the time or whoever's mad at him.
Yeah.
And he will likely be missing soon enough when he decides whoever the fuck else is the next one he wants to go and spend some time with.
Yeah.
So act cute if you want to. Y'all really about to be playing hot potato with this nigga. Unless you bow out. I really looked at this selfishly, like, give me the music, Summer. I need it. I really enjoy Summer's music. And unlike what London may have tried to have you think, you don't need no goddamn 808 to make a good song. Like that nigga think he can come through and give you a snare on a smooth bass.
Right.
And all of a sudden that's what makes you. No, girl, you can have a little, have Kehlani play the guitar for you or something.
You can.
Kehlani play the guitar? I feel like Kehlani plays the guitar.
I mean,
she plays something.
I feel like most lesbian or bisexual women play at least one
At least
at
something.
least one instrument, and the guitar has been linked to like femininity and the feminine body many times, so I would not be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying, Summer, is be gay. No, I'm saying,
no, please don't be gay. We actually have
it's not gonna be.
We actually have more than enough girls who think that it's better over here somehow. It isn't.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like y'all have listened to me talk and you think that dykes are like inherently better. They are not.
And then you wake up and then you're the villain. And you're like, how did I get here?
Exactly. And you can still end up a baby mama raising a baby by yourself with a woman as your partner, just so you know. So it happens every day. But the point is not that for me. The point is, like, I really feel for Summer Walker because of the situation she's in, and like her baby especially, but like she and every other baby mama of this nigga deserve more support than what he is able to give. It's like Nick Cannon and this nigga going around fertilizing like every racially ambiguous model in Hollywood. Right. And I just, and that whole situation.
And I buy it.
Like, I'm sure you are doing this on purpose because it makes no sense otherwise for you to have 4 or 5 children in one fucking calendar year. Like, are you goddamn kidding me? That literally makes no sense.
Something about the pandemic struck Nick Cannon.
Yes.
At the core that
literally,
said,
it did.
Life is short. So not only do you need to be firing that cannon off everywhere you go. Mm-hmm. Make the world half cannon. Because we're at the end of times. So you need to build an army. That's what I've gathered from this. That Nick Cannon has intentionally decided to build a team of warriors in his name.
Yep.
And that's the mission. And honey, if you are paying for them, kissing them on the cheek, and not teaching them to hate Jews, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, the fact that Nick Cannon was like, yeah, none of this is an accident and I am having all these children on purpose and, you know, blah, 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 whatever, like, bullshit ass explanation. Like, the thing is, like, children don't deserve to be brought into the world because of your own, like, ridiculous ass reasons about your legacy or your progeny or, like, what people will say about you after you're gone. Like, these are individual humans who can be their own selves. And there's no guarantee that they are going to do whatever you think their purpose is for, like, living on this earth. So that, to me, that was where I was just like, so you're bringing all these completely innocent souls into your shit to, like, fulfill some responsibility that you don't even anticipate, like, being here to control? How is this their business? Like, I don't understand. I just completely don't understand this nigga's, like, the thought process behind this. You could have just said, I like having sex and I don't like using condoms, and that would have made more sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's Nick Cannon, you know, right? Like, I feel for Mariah. I feel like some of this has to be embarrassing, but, you know,
she's fine.
I mean, right, she's fine. And so, you know, and let me tell good luck to everybody else.
What you're not ever going to do is cross. First of all, to get to Mariah, you have to get through Moroccan. And that's just a boss that you're never going to
And it won't happen.
It's never going to happen.
Because when y'all tried to halfway come for his mama on TikTok, he said, let me explain something to y'all. Like, my mom is my mom.
No. They weren't coming for his mama. They were coming for him. And he said, girl, let me tell you something.
But they brought her into it.
No, they did. They were like, oh, because she's going to have to do it. And he was like, I'm sorry. You don't know Mariah Carey. I know that you want to. Who doesn't?
He did. He said, but guys, let me explain something to you. Like, I'm like, this nigga is 8?
Never met her. You don't know her. You're never gonna. Get over it.
The
frankly.
way he was
and also mind your business.
Down, like he literally broke it down for niggas. He was like, no, you guys, like, don't.
I hate to absolutely roll you the way that I am right now, but you left me no choice. I don't know what to tell you.
He's like, no, at some point we made a wrong turn here, and you guys thought that, like, me saying something meant that you could say something about my mom, and that's not the case. Like,
it's incorrect.
Please understand that, like, my mom knows what I'm doing, and she's chill and she's cool, and she would never take away my ability to do this, because, like, me and my mom are on the same page, and you guys are the outsiders. So, like, please don't ever insinuate that, like, my mom knows or you know something about me that my mom does not, or like you understand me in a way that she doesn't. Like, don't misunderstand what we have going on here. And I literally screamed because that little boy, like, he was not having none of the bullshit when it came to Mariah at all, period. So, you know, they'll be just fine. But Nick is doing the most with the least. As niggas tend to do.
Love Summer. Can't wait to hear the new music. I listened to this. When I saw this, I'm so toxic. I'm one of the terrible
You
people
are.
that
You're
just,
toxic,
like,
talking about her damn album.
Oof, can't wait. I mean, she has a song called I'll Kill You. You mean I don't want to hear? Do you think I want to hear what the fuck this bitch has coming? Of course. You never heard I'll Kill You?
No, I haven't. But, you know, I don't.
It's a great song.
I really don't listen to the super emotional stuff because, like, I'm simply not going to get that worked up about you. It's not in my DNA to do that.
It's vibey. It's not all super emotional. Our music's just a vibe.
No, I mean, like, lyrically. Is it lyrically emotional? Because I'm not going to do all that. Okay.
I'll Kill You as her and Janae.
Oh, I need to hear it. Oh, no, I have heard this. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Okay. Yes. See, I won't do that. Not either one.
Yeah, I know that we don't have to always relate, bitch. Enjoy the music.
That's what I was trying to tell you, like.
Because let me tell you where I'm not going for you, bitch, ever in my life.
Hell
and one of them places. Bitch, you lucky if I go to Publix for your motherfucking ass, nigger. Fuck you.
Listen, this song might as well be about the goddamn bodega. Because what I'm not finna do, bitch, what I am not finna do. Hell,
you lucky if I run the fucking Kinko's for you, bitch. Why would you need a Kinko's? What do you do? What do you need to print, bitch?
Oh no. Eternal damnation or being held in white people's captivity. Gosh,
I'm not running to the mailbox for you, bitch.
These niggas could never be that lucky. But
go to hell or jail,
bitch.
But I like the song. I love it. It's great.
I figured, you know, for those of you who are attracted to cisgender men exclusively, I figured that's your own hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's y'all's hell.
Where you'll go.
That's not my...
You know what my hell is?
Yes.
No, this is... Well, okay. H.E.R. has announced that she's releasing a reggae album.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I guess. Is it? I mean, I don't really know her background. Is it good for her?
It isn't.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I Googled.
Oh, okay.
Because I was...
Confused?
I was confused, concerned, curious.
No. Okay.
Lots of C's.
Yikes.
You know, we don't... Gabriella still hasn't taken the glasses off. What do we know about her?
Not much, honestly, because I don't Google...
That's the zhuzh.
I don't Google these artists, these newer artists, but, you know, I've just enjoyed the stuff that she's put out for the most part. So I continue to, like, support and be a fan. I don't know about this extra.
Says that her mama is Filipina and her daddy is Black American. So
I was about to say, I've been knowing that. She does not make that a secret at all. That is a very well-known fact.
What are we? So she really likes Rasta pasta.
I mean, and Rasta pasta is good, even when niggas get heavy-handed with the parsley. It's still good. So,
because what are you doing? What we don't? That's not.
We don't need these little green, especially that dried parsley flakes that you got out of that container. Please, we don't. It's adding
presentation
nothing.
Is very important. Golden Girls. It's not the Golden Girls. Anyways. H.E.R. says that she's working on a reggae project for a while and that she fell in love with Caribbean music when she moved to New York.
Oh, shit.
And that she got into dance hall and up-tempo club records and shit when she came up here.
Oh, no.
And she's been a huge fan of reggae ever since she was a kid. And so she's dedicated apparently a full project to
it. Well, I hope it's all like written and produced by like actual reggae musicians. I do. And I hope that like it's just her voice on the music created by these people. Because at first I thought, I mean, I always knew one of her parents was Filipino, So I just thought the other one was perhaps Jamaican or Trinidadian, something like that. But to hear that the other parent is Black American, I'm just like, oh, so you moved to New York and discovered this music, like, and now you're just
good oxtail.
Yeah.
I think she's from California. So.
I mean, and I feel you as somebody from Oklahoma. I did not understand, especially like Black Caribbean lifestyle or really anything other than.
You judged Jamaican food on Golden Crust. For like 4 years.
And I was like, fuck Jamaican food. Y'all got me fucked up. We had to go to
Canada.
We did.
For you to understand that Jamaican food is good. Because you judged all of our food off of Golden Crust. Off of fucking Montego McDonald's.
I did. Yes.
Wow.
And see,
but I've healed. I'm not bitter.
See, but in Oklahoma, first of all, there is none of that, period. So it's not even a conversation.
Of course there isn't. Yeah. Y'all
so when I moved here and my job is like, and we got free Golden Crust and everybody's like, oh my God, like Jamaicans are eating it. I'm like, okay. But you know.
Not real ones.
I have learned. And honestly, when you compare it to McDonald's, it makes it a lot more.
Not a project.
I understand a lot more when y'all complain it when y'all compare it to McDonald's. I really be understanding because I'm like, okay, please don't compare American food to like that bullshit, or like, at least not Black American food. But anyway, what was we talking about? What was the story about?
Talking about her and
her
and how you hope that she collaborates with the girls.
Yes, because I was hoping that like at least one of her parents was from a country that, you know, produces reggae organically. But knowing that she's Black American, now I'm just hoping that the producers and the writers are primarily like stars, or at least, you know, musicians of the genre, and they are the ones driving the project, kind of like Beyonce with Black is King.
I hope it just doesn't come out. I hope that she cancels it and that it never sees the light of day, and that we never have to ever hear about this again, that we can pretend that this wasn't an idea and that it doesn't happen. Because when I heard that H.E.R. was making a reggae album, I said W.H.Y. That's what I said. I said F-O-H. That was my acronym for the reaction to this. We don't need it. It's fine. And the gag for me is that like she has a song called Do It To Me. Do It To Me? She has a song that's like a reggae song, very clearly. Even I think the single has like Rastafarian colors on it and everything. And I was like, oh yes, okay, give me a little infusion, a little vibe, a little steel drum or whatever. I'm okay with that. But a whole project, mama, so you can come and scoop up somebody else's Grammy. Right. I'm good. Thank you. I'm fine. I don't need it. I'm really okay. Yes, Jamaican food is so delicious, and sometimes you have to go where actual Jamaicans are to get it and experience it. But I don't need for you to be Shansia. Goodbye.
Okay, I don't even know that reference, which will just, I'm sure, like really reinforce my Black Americanness here, and specifically like a nigga who grew up in Oklahoma. Okay, the access was limited, but
yeah, I'm not.
I just. The fact that you were like, immediately leave me the fuck out of it.
I don't want anything.
And I mean, and I get that. I do. I was just trying to make it make sense in my head, because that is my default setting. I really want things to make sense. So I'm looking for logical explanations. But yeah, you know, I guess the rest of us will see, and I'll let you know if I think it's something you should listen to. Even though I have the feeling already that the answer to that is going to be no. I can tell by your face that the answer to that is going to be no.
I'm going to let you guys go ahead and inform me on whatever that is supposed to be giving.
Yeah.
Because it's giving like...
It's a no, I think, for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's giving me like Bruno Mars of the West Indies.
See, I thought that you were going to say that, but what if she like includes, what if it's like your absolute reggae faves? Or like, we produced this track, we wrote it.
Do that on one song.
We mastered it.
Do that on 2 songs. Even Rihanna doesn't have a full ass reggae album yet, unless you count the first one, which was like,
okay.
Ish.
Okay.
Like, can Rihanna, what is it? Is that with like, I don't doubt it will be good music, because her plays like 800 instruments. She has a beautiful voice. She knows music, so I think it'll be good music. But I'm just like, why do you need to make a reggae album.
Right.
I liked you making a couple reggae songs, but being like, I'm gonna make a whole album.
Yeah.
To me, as a person from an island where reggae was birthed, I don't really,
yeah,
you know. But
yeah, I do. I completely get it. Like, it's not my cultural music, so
it just reminds me of when I'm sorry. It reminds me of when I was in middle school, and they had like the cafeteria had like a or was I in high? I think it was middle school. The cafeteria had quote unquote Jamaican patties.
No.
But they were in like one of those ovens that you would see in like 7-Eleven where they just like those heaters.
Oh no.
That are behind the counter where like the hot dogs or whatever roll just
like
to keep
a little
them hot.
ghetto rotisserie.
And you just know that they're growing colonies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just know that they're in there
because that hot dog has been in there for at least 72 hours.
Yeah.
That hot dog is definitely growing organisms on the inside. But y'all are going to buy it for 79 cents.
Yes. The girls in middle school used to buy them up all the time. Oh my God, I love the Jamaican patties. And I remember being like 12 and be like, stop calling that a Jamaican patty. I don't care if you call it patty.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with Jamaica. And the next time you do it, I'm taking your 2 for 2. You don't that's what all you're going to want for Christmas.
Yeah.
What's the next story? Speaking of losing your 2 for 2, Trick Daddy almost did because he tried the fuck out of the wrong one. Did you hear about this?
I did, and I really wonder why your play uncle cannot get it together.
Now what?
I mean, come on.
I've completely...
Yo, play stepdaddy.
Yeah, fine. I'll stand in my truth. Whatever.
I'm just saying, like, I added play in there because he's real touch and go. Like,
I don't care. I think I've said it before. My theory is that this nigga developed lupus and gained weight and beat himself up and probably went into a really deep, dark depression where he started to really gain a lot of insecurities about himself. And now he projects those insecurities on everybody the fuck else because he acts weird and he throws tantrums randomly out of nowhere. He did it to Joy. He did it to Trina. He usually does it to women.
Yeah, that's true.
But it just comes out of absolutely nowhere. But at the same time, this story just is like peak nigga. I don't even feel like it's specific to Trick.
Yeah. You're right about that. This is more niggerish than anything else.
Yeah, than anything else. However, he tried Beyonce and here we go on the slow fall. Here we are now in July. And Trick Daddy was apparently outside of a club on this past Saturday night. Saw some girls I guess he found attractive, paid the $20 entry fee for them to get in.
Oh, God.
Everyone went on about their business partying. And then I guess when the party was over and Trick spotted the girl that he liked outside again, he tried to pull up on her. Mama was drunk and was trying to go home and was not into him like that. And that's when things got more aggressive than they needed to because this nigga should have just taken his ass
Yeah,
home.
because like... I'm sorry. Keep going.
So we have a clip from the girl posted with the caption that says Trick tried me with 4 E's. And then it shows him approaching her, walking after her after she's very clearly drunk. He's probably too.
Right.
But you can hear him saying something to her to the effect of like, don't try me like I'm one of these fuck niggas or play me like I'm one of these fuck niggas. He said to her, put your hand in front of me, in front of these police. If you want to, I'll knock you out. And then says to her, right. And then he says to her, I was trying to give you a compliment. Mind you, she's walking away from him.
Oh my God.
She's walking away from him. He's following her. He's touching her, trying to like get in her ear to say, I was trying to pay you a compliment. She was like, what compliment? And so.
Exactly. Like, I heard the basics, but I didn't hear all this. Yikes.
He's like, I don't play. Don't try me. All of this really like antagonistic shit. And that's when things like really got physical. She swung at him and missed. And that's kind of where the clip that I saw ended. I don't think he's responded or talked about it since or whatever. Of course, she got like a 4 or 5 tweet thread. But You know, she says basically, fuck Trick Daddy. I didn't need him to pay my way into the club, but thanks. And the only thing I'm mad about is missing when I swung at him.
I know that's right. What a mood. I hate when I swing at a nigga for real and miss. That is the worst feeling.
She said, it's literally no missing part of the story. A nigga paid my way, watched me the whole time in the fucking club, and when we left, expected something in return, and I was nowhere near this bitch in the club. He was watching the bitch from the other side. So it's like, can this just be a lesson that because you make a monetary advance on someone that you're interested in, regardless of gender, but this typically seems to be an issue with cis men and cis women. Just because you make an advance on someone that has like some coins attached to it doesn't mean that they owe you anything. It just doesn't. And you're going to, you know, put your foot in your mouth a lot.
Yeah.
When you continue to assume that you thought, first of all, if the entry was $20, Trick, you spent what, $100, baby, to get all of these girls into the club?
Perhaps. Maybe.
So if the party was over and mama wanted to go home and wasn't interested, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just get in your car, Uber Eats something or Postmates it, and then and grub your way to bed?
Because you're spending more than $100 on a bottle. So please.
Way more.
Keep the bullshit about like you pay for her to get in, so blah, blah, blah. That literally is not a thing.
Hell, in Miami, parking was probably more than $20.
Exactly. Like, you can't convince me that like he paid her way to get in, therefore she owed him something. Like, no. You cannot convince me of that. I'm sorry. I don't care if he bought hella bottles for the whole table all night long. It does not make a difference.
And I don't understand why the fuck he got like, who are these niggas, these guys that are standing around watching this happen and not de-escalating it? You got a nigga standing right next to him with a smile on his face as this is happening. What are y'all doing?
Are these niggas also under the influence?
Maybe.
Or do they just not give a fuck about women? It could be both.
I'm assuming it is a strong, saturated both.
Yeah. Come on, saturated. Yes,
like
so
go to therapy. Talk to someone. Talkspace.com.
Work it out, niggas. Please work it out. Rude? Yes.
Sorry, Talkspace.
No, like, but figure it out for real. Like, sit with what you do and ask yourself why you do it. That's a valuable exercise. Free tip.
Juvenile and Manny Fresh have returned with a new take on a classic. They've remixed.
This showed up in my iMessages way too many times.
They remixed the national anthem, Back That Ass Up, for a modern day take on what's going on lately. Vax That Thing Up. Yeah. Or Vax That Ass Up, as I like to call her.
Same.
Is today's Fauci approved remix.
Please shut up.
Presented by an app called Black?
Yeah, it's a black dating app.
So the black dating app that was like, hey girls, if y'all want to be fucking again and stuff, you're probably going to need to get vaccinated so we don't all die. So they did the right thing, which is reach out to some influential niggas to do what needs to be done to get you guys to go out and get your vaccines. Apparently, some of y'all didn't like this.
I mean, I did not like it, but also I could not stop listening to it. No, it's terrible. It's a terrible song, but it is iconic.
I loved it. I have shaken my ass to this remix so many times.
Oh no, it's so bad, but I cannot stop playing it. Like, I cannot stop playing it. It is so bad that it's good.
What's bad about it?
Okay, probably the same things that everybody else hates about it, but we love it anyway because nostalgia and, you know, vaccine. But like lyrically it's terrible. This
you don't like you're a handsome little fella.
You're a handsome young fella. Better vax that thing up. Like
I loved it.
That's very bad. But you know, also the original is extremely misogynistic, and I still love it. So you know, you take that with a grain of salt. So you take it because that's how I grew up. That's my nature. So.
Well, I was incredibly taken aback, super shocked, and enjoyed it at the very same time.
I mean, I did. I enjoyed it, but I knew immediately that it was terrible.
Wow, Manny Fresh is an age. Well, Juvenile responded to y'all, and he said, "To each his own.
Yeah.
Do what's best for you.
Exactly.
And your life, no matter what's being said or done." Me, Manny Fresh, the Mamma Mia X, who's also
correct.
Part of
Mia X was part of this experiment.
The Vax That Thing Up remix, which I also super loved. And Meat Black, the Vault, taking over for the 99 and 2000s, hashtag Vax That Thing.
Yeah.
Syringe emoji. I love this. So great. Mia X, Juvenile, Manny Fresh, coming together for the 99 and 2000 and herd immunity.
Okay. So I don't disagree.
Or herd community.
Oh, that's very cute.
I'm sorry.
I just, as somebody who literally, I'm class of 2000. This is literally my class song. Back That Ass Up is my class song. We voted on it. That is my class song. When they said for the 99 and the 2000, we were seniors in the 99 and the 2000. Shit was fucking lit, nigga. Like,
I'm jealous.
I'm just saying, like, it was an incredible time to graduate from high school. Shout out.
I think we had Nuckafy Buck, but
I mean, and that's fine. But like, Back That Ass Up was a moment. Back That Ass Up was, it just has a special place in my heart. So you have to understand that I'm going to be harsh about any iteration of Back That Ass Up because of what it means to me. So this is awful. It is. It's not good. But I'm glad these niggas got their money. And I'm glad that it's got some of y'all thinking about the vaccine past what you saw on Facebook. Somebody, at least 2 niggas are thinking twice about the vaccine. And I will take it.
I mean, that's just math. You're right.
I will take it because a lot of y'all are like falling for Trump bullshit, and I just want y'all to not do that. But other than that, I can say that it was awful, and also that I enjoyed it because of what this song means to me. I enjoyed it, but it is not good.
Yeah, it's absolutely a cash grab. It's very, very cheesy.
It is a cash grab.
The lyrical adjustment is ridiculous. But at the same time,
you a handsome young bro.
That beat is always going to be great. I love the inclusion of the niggas who are handsome.
You a handsome young
I think at one point he says, "You're a decent looking nigga," or something like that. I don't know. So all of that, I just love it. It's terrible in the most amazing way, and I want it in my veins.
Yeah, I agree.
Lil Wayne apparently didn't partake. Apparently he.
Oh God! Don't
maybe
get started.
Trump asked him not to. I don't know.
Did you see him on Queen Radio? Queen Instagram Radio?
Queen IG? Yeah, where he was talking about sex positions.
I did.
Not married.
I watched it. I didn't know you watched it too. Yes, I sure did.
I saw clips. Oh. I did not watch it.
Okay, I watched it live. I was in.
Of course, I know.
No, I was logged in with the rest of the barbs. We had work to do. Of course you did. Yes.
With the rest of.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. We had work to do.
I know it. Right. Well, yeah, he was definitely there talking about his favorite position and being on top and still not caring for his dreads. And I was like, I definitely did. Don't care. I did if it was Lil Nas X, because that man couldn't kiss somebody in the mouth on BET. But here we have people that kids are watching,
right?
Graphically talking about fucking. Yep. And for the record, I don't care. Was not offended. Don't give a shit how many dicks, clits, or whatever the fuck they talk about on Instagram Live or wherever the fuck else. But I just didn't hear anybody bent up in arms or whatever the fuck. And that both the Barbs and the codeines, the
Louisianas.
Yeah, the Louisianas, whatever. Both sides have fans of the age of 12. So I peeped that, but that's not what this is about.
Okay.
Also on Nicki's live, she talks about a new song that she has out with rapper Bia. And during that moment, apparently she got a text from one Aubrey Graham who mentioned Bia being fine. And of course, Nicki had to mention it on live. Mm-hmm. and told him to skedaddle back to his big booty ting, which I guess, it's not just her. But to skedaddle back to his big booty thing and to leave Bia the fuck alone or whatever. And mere hours later, we had helicopter footage of Drake on a date. Listen, the Dodgers, which is an American baseball league team, they play for the Major League of Baseball.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's what I do. They were away playing the Marlins, who play for Florida.
Oh,
Miami.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Marlins? Florida Marlins? Whatever. They were away. And so Dreezy was like, hey, let me take my big booty thing on a date. And so they got a little IKEA table out here. Oh, no, this is not IKEA. This is West Elm, darling.
Oh, okay.
They got a little West Elm table out here on the stadium with, charcuterie or whatever. And then in a clip of them on the date, it looked like he was getting dragged. Like,
oh, God.
Because some weirdo from ABC7 posted talking about some Drake on a date, randomly just flew over this cozy couple enjoying a private dinner along the third baseline at an empty Dodger stadium.
Of course.
And then tagged him or whatever the fuck in it. But like the video, Mama was clearing his ass. Now, I don't know if she was talking about Bia, Mia, Shia, or Dia, but she was clearing
whichever bitch.
Whichever one of the Tia, Tamara, I don't know who the fuck
all of them hoes.
Who she was, but she was clearing his ass and he was sitting there taking it. And then it was like simultaneously they both peeped the helicopter and then we're like, oh.
Yeah. Perhaps we should.
Never mind. I guess this is not a private dinner.
You're right. We had forgot for a second. Yeah. Exactly.
But apparently this big booty ting is also the mother of Amari Bailey, who is a promising young basketball player who attends Sierra Canyon.
Oh, yes.
And is teammates with LeBron James's son.
Right.
Everyone knows that Drake and LeBron are good pals and friends.
Yep.
So the girls thought that Aubrey was pulling up to the games to support Bronny and be friends with LeBron James. But in fact,
yes,
he's over there milfing it out.
And that makes a lot more sense.
That makes way more sense. Fuck y'all talking about all this ass at any one of these games? Are you kidding?
So of course you're going to go sit with LeBron and make it look like you supporting your friend or whatever. But of course you are there for the big booty light skinned girl.
I cannot believe this girl has a son that old. What is it, like 17?
She looks
younger than him.
Right. She looks really good and she looks like she takes good care of herself. So, I'm happy for her. I really am. I hope that she's feeling well and I hope that she's getting everything she deserves out of this whatever Nicki, that she has with Drake. But I loved every moment of Nicki's live. I mean, every moment that I stayed awake for. And so you can't say anything to me about one Nicholas J. Mirage, period.
But that's not...
It doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about. And that's that on that.
Oh, okay.
It was a good time. It was.
Yeah, I had one more, which was that Meek Mill and Travis Scott got into it at that same Hamptons party where Lil Uzi Vert was doing backflips and dancing like he was in House Party 4, like he didn't just punch a woman in the face.
This is the one story I didn't hear about.
Yeah, Meek Mill and Travis Scott got into a screaming match at Michael Rubin's Hamptons party July 4th.
Oh, wow.
Apparently didn't get actually physical, but it was plenty verbal. There's video of it if you want to go and track it down, but it's really just Meek Mill screaming at security and surrounding people.
Oh my God.
In what looks like a driveway or something like that. So have at it. I watched it and I was like, don't we have like 2 more Rolling Louds to go this year? That's not the time for beef. Like, and let's just all be calm.
I mean, especially, you know what? No, you're just right. I wish I had seen this before right now, but now that you've given me the details, I'm not surprised that this is a thing. Like, No, not at all. And
there's not even any idea what they were arguing about. No one even knows.
Yeah, and this is very Meek Millish, so I'm gonna wait for the audio to come out.
Okay, that's it for the hot tops this week. We're going to take a break and then we will come back and read your letters. If you forgot that one thing at the store or you just want to get some snacks, drinks, household essentials in 30 minutes or whatever, you can do that now with DoorDash. They connect you with the restaurants that you love right now and right at your door. And you can get grocery essentials that you need with DoorDash too. I know I damn sure do. You can get drinks, snacks, and other household items delivered under an hour right to your door. Ordering is very easy. You just open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with the contactless delivery drop-off setting. I can't tell you, as a complete hermit and someone who hates sunlight, moonlight, and any other kind of outside going on, this is my tea. And they have over 300,000 partners in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia. You can support your neighborhood go-tos or just choose from your favorite national restaurants, all on the app. For a limited time, our listeners get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code READ. That's 25% off, up to $10 in value, and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the app in the App Store and enter code READ. That's code READ for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subjects to change. Terms apply. You know you're going to use it anyway, so go and get your discount. Let's move on.
Hey y'all, we all have different passions in life. Like for me, making sure I take time out to like meditate and do my journaling and focus on like studying in school and things I'm passionate about. These things are like very important to me, but if you're anything like me, your passion is probably not for like logistics and order management, things like that. Luckily, ShipStation makes it easy to manage your orders and get your products out the door so you can get back to doing what you really love, which is, of course, growing your business. You can import orders from any sales channel and automate just about any shipping task, no matter where you're selling online, girl. Whether it's Shopify, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation funnels all your orders into one simple interface that you can manage from anywhere, even on your phone. And ShipStation works with all the major carriers. That includes USPS, FedEx, UPS, and with ShipStation, small businesses can access the same rates usually reserved for those big companies without the contracts or commitments. That's why ShipStation is the number one choice of online sellers. Everybody knows Alex uses ShipStation as well to handle all our merch orders on shoptheread.com. And she constantly raves about how easy it is to use and how great the entire interface is. We probably would not even be selling merch if not for ShipStation, because nobody wants to be bothered with a big hassle. So if you also want to ship more in less time for a lot less money, just use our code READ to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click the mic at the top of the page and type in READ. That is ShipStation.com, code READ. Make ship happen with ShipStation and us. All right, let's get back to the show.
Okay, we're back and it is time for your letters.
Yes, it is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. So we have an update actually from Simone, who wrote us talking about the incident a couple of years ago where her ex-wife and their like mutual girlfriend made a sex tape, and it was like right after she had death in the family. So she was really struggling. And so she wrote us with an update then. And so now she's saying, I wanted to start by thanking y'all and saying that y'all were definitely right. I needed to set boundaries immediately with my ex-wife, and so I did. I decided to stop responding to her texts, and true to her fashion, she started getting passive aggressive, so I blocked her number. Everything was all good till she decided to email me. Needless to say, I deleted that message and I swiftly blocked her. Therapy and listening to y'all has truly opened my eyes to the mess that I was letting slide. My therapist said I have a tendency to give grace to those who don't deserve it, so I'm still working on changing that. Thanks for all you do and being a part of helping me find my happiness again. Love you both. Thanks, Simone.
Well, shout out to you, Simone. I'm glad to hear that. I can't help but think of the recent winner of Drag Race when I hear that name now. But that's because I'm a queen that loves Drag Race.
Right.
But at the same time, I am glad to hear that shit. of course, this nigga was passive aggressive and weird after it happened, but that lets you know everything you need to know.
Yeah, it does. And clearly you were right in deciding to take care of yourself first and foremost. You don't owe the woman who betrayed you any fucking thing. So go ahead and take care of yourself. Enjoy thriving. Our first letter this week comes from Harlow, who says, okay, here's the deal. I love my boyfriend, but I'm no longer physically attracted to him.
Oh, God.
I don't know why or what changed, but I'm just not into him anymore, and I'm really not sure what to do about that. How do I break this news to my boyfriend without hurting his feelings? Our relationship recently switched to a temporary long distance situation, so I'm not sure if maybe that is affecting my feelings, but do y'all think that I should keep this to myself and hope things change? We're in the same city again, or should I say something about it? He hasn't done anything wrong, and I really do love him. I feel totally stuck. What do I do? Thanks, Harlow.
Wait. Did Harlow specify what it is physically?
No, she just said that all of a sudden she is no longer physically attracted to him. Not that anything about him changed, but
she's just not into it.
I mean, and suddenly they're long distance, and I guess since he hasn't been around, maybe she's lost interest. So I'm not sure if that's really a thing, but it is a temporary long distance situation, meaning they will be reunited within a certain amount of time. Right. Exactly.
I mean, I guess that if you will be seeing each other at some point soon, then what might be the harm in just seeing what happens when you guys are together again in person and what the vibes are like, and then maybe deciding. It might be easy to feel less of a connection with someone when you're not connected physically anymore,
right?
And all you really have to go off is pictures and video, maybe if you even have that, and whatever else. So I don't know. I think the vote, if everything else seems to be on the up and up, I think I would just give it another in-person try. And if you're still not feeling it, then I think it's perfectly okay to end it. And obviously that's not a fun or easy thing to end it on, but it also doesn't make you the fucking scum of the earth or the spawn of Satan. If you're just not feeling it, I don't think you have to be hey, the mere sight of you makes me want to throw up.
No.
So let's break up. You know what I mean? You can word it in a way that's not, incredibly hurtful. It doesn't even have to mention attraction or lack thereof.
Right.
Specifically. But yeah, that's my thought.
I mean, I agree. I think you don't have to say, listen, the problem is that I no longer want to fuck you. That seems... I kind of believe that if it's not something a person is actually capable of changing, then there's no point of rubbing it in, so to say. I think you can just say, I think the whole thing about trying out another in-person session, seeing if maybe your feelings are affected by the distance part of this. Regardless, I suggest talking to a therapist or y'all seeing a couples therapist. If this is a relationship that y'all both really want to invest in. But yeah, I think I agree with the same thing that H.E.R Fury said. I would just say that there is no real way to break up with somebody without hurting their feelings. So you have to get past the idea that you can do this without them being upset at you. That's just not feasible. If a person wants the relationship to continue and you don't, one of you is going to be upset, period. It's just about how you handle those feelings on both sides. So if I were you, I would just really get acclimated to the idea of accepting that he's not going to want to hear that I don't want to continue this relationship and being brave enough to say it anyway. Because if y'all are like together in person, you still feel like this deep unattraction to this man, then I think it's time to like be real about it. But if all of a sudden your feelings come rushing back and everything is great, then maybe it's the distance and y'all can talk about it and like work out something that works for y'all. That's what I think. Yeah.
I totally agree.
But just know that if there was like an easy way to do it, the niggas would never ghost. People ghost because they're scared of handling other people's emotional reactions.
Oh my gosh. Why don't you just preach?
People ghost. I get that y'all are finna give me all your reasons, and I'm not talking about abuse or like severe situations like that. So please keep it if that's what you're about to say. But the rest of you niggas ghost because y'all don't want to have to handle somebody else's emotional reaction.
Oh my god.
Or you're trying to like hurt them before they get the chance to hurt you. And either way, it's hashtag trauma and you need to see somebody.
A nigga once told me, what was it? I was afraid?
Oh my God.
What was
Don't get me started on the things niggas have told me after I broke up with them that all of a sudden I was supposed to, take to heart.
It broke my heart oh my God, I wish I could remember how it was worded. It was so
I'm sure
stupid.
It was dumb. Yep. I knew it.
It was something along the lines of like, I was afraid to break your heart. Or I didn't want to like, I didn't know how to break your heart or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, so you felt like lying and extending the heartbreaking thing?
Yeah.
You felt like adding distrust onto the actual
I thought that would be fun.
Great plan.
Yep.
Great plan.
I thought the best possible idea was that like I just... completely fuck with your ability to trust me. I thought that would be the best way to do this going forward.
But yeah, you're so correct. Like niggas, people.
Yep.
Specifically,
all
don't
genders
really have. I mean, niggas genderless, but most of the time people think we talk about men.
I mean, and most of the time we are.
Yeah, most of the time we are.
Right.
But like people are not very good at dealing with the results of hurting someone and really having to like live with whatever that is and see themselves through the consequences of that. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Even if the reason that they're hurt is not because you did something evil.
Right.
You could break up because you have to like, I don't know, move away.
Anything, yeah. Literally, it could be because you have to move away and y'all know you can't handle long distance. Mm-hmm. It could be because one of y'all is not ready to confront your family about their homophobia and the other one is not ready to go back in the closet. It could be anything. Like there's a trillion different reasons why y'all might not work out. Yeah.
And it's not going to like stop the experience from being quite miserable.
Right. Breakups are terrible, period. Whether you initiate or whether you're on the other end. It's actually terrible to break up with somebody you care about. Ask me how I know.
And it's like winning the fucking lottery, I feel like, to break up. And it's like, all right, cool.
Like a mutual agreement on a breakup?
Yeah.
I've never had it.
Amicable.
I've never had that.
Respect extended on both sides.
Never. I've never been through that.
I wish you well.
Never. Not a single one of them hoes let me go peacefully. Not one.
Even if it's not giving daytime talk, even if it's not giving Maury, even if it's not giving divorce court, it can still be hard, very difficult, very emotional, very ugly sometimes.
Right.
Even. So you got to just get over that hump of like, oh, this is going to suck. Not just for that person, but more so it's going to suck for me because I don't like this. It's going to make me uncomfortable. Such is life. Suck it up, do it, say what needs to be said, and move the fuck forward.
Yeah. I agree. Best of luck to you, girl. Let us know how it goes. Our last letter comes from Kiara, who says, I started dating a guy 7 months ago and overall things are going well. He has 2 kids and got divorced 2 years ago, and he doesn't have the best relationship with his ex-wife, although they are co-parenting. When we first started dating, I told him I wanted to be respectful and to let me know what was best as far as being around his kids. Since the kids primarily live with him, he had me around them from the start, so I assumed everything was all good. A month into dating, I got a DM from his ex-wife introducing herself and saying that she supported our relationship and wanted to meet me. It was very friendly, but it felt a little premature since we had only been dating for a month, and she put a whole bunch of hearts and smiley face emojis all in that shit, so it felt a little over the top. When I mentioned it to my boyfriend, he had no idea that she was planning out to reach me. I sent her a friendly but brief response and said, of course, we can connect at some point. A few weeks later, my boyfriend forwarded me an email she sent him going off about having me around the kids. She said that he should have told her about it in advance, which I do not disagree with. And then she started to mention my name several times throughout the email, saying that if I was a mother, I would understand these things. But since I don't have kids, I don't know how hard it is for her to share her kids with another woman, and I don't get it. That was particularly hard for me to read because in no way have I crossed any lines with the kids acting like I was their mom. I've just been friendly and minding my business. And number 2, I have always wanted a family. And not being a mother yet, while most of my friends are, has been a source of disappointment and pain for me. She had no way of knowing that, but it still really hurt. Now, months later, my boyfriend wants me to meet up with her, and I want to do what is best and most mature, but I also feel like she's fake for sending me that DM and then talking shit about me in the email. Plus, I don't think my boyfriend ever checked her or set any boundaries about leaving my name out her mouth, even though I definitely asked him to do it. I know if we're going to have a serious relationship, the best thing is to be cordial. I do feel uncomfortable meeting her, though, even though I don't want to seem like I'm avoiding her. The situation that they have is definitely not ideal, but the kids have special needs, so this is not a typical situation. My boyfriend and I spend most of our time together at my place because even when his ex-wife is not at his house, I don't really feel comfortable there because her laundry is in the dryer, her lipstick is on the coffee cup, stuff like that. What do y'all think is the best way for me to meet my partner's ex? And how should I interact with her? Thanks for reading. Love, Kiara.
I was literally about to say, do you have to? But I guess you do, huh?
I mean, she can always break up with him, but I think she really likes this man.
Yeah, I mean, like, assuming you're staying.
Yeah,
I mean,
no. Yeah, then you're going to have to meet the baby mama. You are. I mean, and she's always there anyway, so y'all are definitely going to have to be cordial. Yeah.
How should you act? I mean, I feel like this is a situation where I would say little to nothing. What are you supposed to... Are y'all supposed to, like, play spades? Or well, you have 4 people for that. I don't know really what exactly is, like, required of you. Cordial to me is like, oh, hello.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Like...
And I don't really find that difficult. So I feel like I don't really struggle with this too much because to me, like, hello and goodbye is not that,
right,
crazy or difficult or whatnot. But at the same time, this is a bit different, and like, it's not going to be as easy as like a hello and goodbye. It's not like this woman is, going to be a coworker at like, on Wing Wednesday or whatever. Like,
right.
This is someone that you're probably going to be in more rooms with.
Right.
Aunties are going to expect all y'all to make potato salad together or some shit. I don't fucking know. Whatever fucking soul food ass garbage. So, yeah, I think that personally, I would expect to do a lot of tongue biting in these earlier stages of y'all sharing the same space. I would try to enter again these spaces saying the bare minimum, being as respectful as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I like to do that is because the moment that you slip up and you step on a landmine and I blow your motherfucking ass up, I know that it's you and not me. The moment that you try it,
Okay.
bitch, the moment that you do some shit, and I get to come in and I get to just snatch your whole shit right from your fucking throat.
Right.
Not my fault.
I mean,
that's where I like to kind of, that's where I like to live.
I mean, and that's honestly not a bad way to look at it, if you ask me, because like I think you should be like cautious and protective of yourself while also understanding like this man has 2 kids with this woman. They were married. They got divorced 2 years ago. Things are certainly going to be complicated at this point, especially if you and he have been dating for 7 months, which means that like this is still all the more recent. Like all this is happening within 5 years of divorce. We don't even know how old these kids are, but I would say the fact that they're special needs and the wife has to be there all the time means that you're really going to have to get comfortable with her. Like this is not some, we have them during the school year and you have them during the summer type of situation. You're really going to have to get used to it. And so your boyfriend is definitely going to have to establish those boundaries that you are insisting upon. You say you don't know if he actually told her, but like that needs to be a non-negotiable for you as far as I'm concerned, because you're the stepmother here, which means that you are the other legal guardian present, but your opinion doesn't matter as much as those other 2 does. So like you said you've been following your boyfriend's lead this whole time and like keeping your distance, but being respectful and being helpful or whatever else. I would literally continue to do just that and never even attempt to assume any other type of situation unless it came to that. Like I would literally just do what you've been doing. And the one thing I would tweak is like making sure that my man went back and like, even with all 3 of us present, we can all 3 have this conversation. Like, I'm happy to sit in the goddamn wings. Okay. I don't want the responsibility of being a full parent. Like, that's just me personally. So I'm fine chilling in the fucking background. Like, just let me know where my lane is and where it's not. And I'm fine to exist there. I don't need to be nothing else to nobody. But like, make sure that he establishes to her any issues you have. Let's talk it through. Let's work it out. But like disrespecting this woman who didn't do nothing to you and who is nothing but kind to our kids is also not going to work. Like I would make sure that he was playing his role and, just let things unfurl naturally from there. But there's no reason for her to have an issue with you. This whole like, she sent me this overly fake DM and then sent me the email. Honestly, that was probably because she was mad that her baby daddy had her kids around somebody that she had not met. And you said for yourself, like, I understood why she would be mad at that. Yeah, that's a big thing to be mad at. How you gonna have this woman around my children and you don't say nothing to me about it? Don't ask me if I want to meet her or nothing. She just around my kids regularly. Like, I don't know any mother who wouldn't have an attitude with that. So, yeah, if I were you, I think that is the way I would approach the situation and let her feelings for you mellow out naturally. But there's no reason for you to necessarily break up with this man or to go off crazily. Like, there's a nice middle ground here, especially if your boyfriend is ready to assume responsibility, because this is his business. Like, she's the ex-wife, she's the mother of the kids, you're the woman he's dating right now. Like, it is his responsibility to facilitate a smooth relationship between the 2 of you. So let him take on that responsibility.
Totally 110,000.
Like we don't let men handle that enough. Too many women act like it's their job to make sure the kids know that they're siblings and have a relationship. Like those are all his kids. The one DNA they have in common is his. It is his job to make sure those kids know that that's their fucking sister and she cannot be dated. This is his responsibility. Why else have all these fucking children if you can't at least keep track of who belongs to whom? Like, I get it, but these niggas need to take more responsibility and y'all need to ease off on the pressure on yourselves. So, yeah.
Preach.
Yes, let him handle it. And if he can't handle things with his baby mama at this point, that lets you know that they are still too enmeshed and you may be needed to divert your feelings elsewhere. If he can stand up to her, that's one thing. But if he can't, then you need to re-evaluate whether this is where you need to be. So.
Period. He's the one who needs to be doing that.
Period.
He's the one who's supposed to be doing that shit.
Why are you taking on the emotional labor here? These are not your children.
At all.
At all. This is his job. Do he want you around? Then let him act like he wants you around.
Hello.
All right. I think that is going to wrap up the questions for this week. Send yours to ask.
I love a hello and a well.
I mean, this is just Black vernacular. If you know, you know. But yeah.
When I was a child in church, well used to sing. It still does.
I mean, especially don't let a nigga who could sing say well. Because then it turns into a run.
Of course, it has to turn into a run. It's like, oh, girl, you couldn't just...
No, they could not. They had to let the full glory of God out.
I used to stifle laughter. My mom would be like, she still doesn't know why I think it's funny, but that used to piss her off.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry.
All right, asktheread@gmail.com for your letters. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
If you ever had to look for a job that you know is no fun, it's miserable, no one loves it. You start stressing out, pulling out your eyelashes, waiting to hear back from jobs. It's just miserable. But ZipRecruiter can make it a lot easier, a lot less miserable. They figured out how. All you gotta do is sign up at ZipRecruiter.com, create a free profile. And then when you get matched to great jobs, plus a lot more, ZipRecruiter will proactively pitch your profile to employers whose jobs match your experience. Unlike other job sites, if an actual person from the company really likes what they see, then they can personally invite you to apply for their job. And candidates who are invited to apply in ZipRecruiter are nearly 3 times as likely to get hired. Plus, if you like the job, you can apply to it and many others with just one click. It's just that easy. And that's why ZipRecruiter is the number 1 rated job in the U.S. Number 1 rated job site in the U.S. Sorry. I mean, everyone's looking for a job right now.
They are.
It's true. Or trying to help someone else find a job. And Lord knows if it can be easy or just take a couple of clicks, that's where you need to be. Okay, so sign up for free on ZipRecruiter.com today and experience a better way to find a job. Once again, that is ZipRecruiter.com. Right now, sign up absolutely free and put ZipRecruiter to work for you. Send your baby daddy and them, whoever needs to be working. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all, if you're anything like me, you love that clean, minty, fresh feeling you get from mouthwash 2 to 4 times a day. However, those big plastic mouthwash bottles are kind of a mess. They're big, they're bulky, they're not nice to look at. And usually we end up stashing them under the sink where we are less likely to remember to use them. Luckily, the oral care experts over at Quip created an alcohol-free mouthwash that keeps your mouth healthy without the burn, and it has a sleek, refillable dispenser that is very easy on the eyes and much more likely to fit on that bathroom countertop. Quip, of course, are the makers of the electric toothbrush and the floss that you hear about all the time, and now they've launched a new mouthwash to help you complete your clean with this gorgeous refillable dispenser that is delightful to use and sleek enough to fit on any bathroom counter. I really appreciate it simply for that exact reason. Like, the modern design is great, but the fact that it's a small size and it like works perfectly on my counter without running into any of the doors on the cabinets or anything like that really just like helps me keep it right there. So I'm sure to use my mouthwash all the time. Plus, the Quip mouthwash kills bad breath germs, helps prevent cavities, and leaves you feeling fresh thanks to a formula that gives your mouth everything it needs and nothing that it doesn't. This is the one mouthwash you definitely won't want to hide on your sink, and each eco-friendly refill replaces a big, bulky 470 milliliter bottle from one of those other brands. And Quip's refill bottles are made from 100% recyclable plastic. Shipping is free, and you can save money and skip the hustle and bustle of in-store shopping. So join the over 5 million mouths already using Quip. Start switching around today, girl. I'm obsessed with the dentist. I love mouth care, everything to do with taking care of these mouth bones. I am all about. So go to getquip.com/theread5 right now to get $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. That is $5 off a mouthwash starter kit, which includes a refillable dispenser and a 90-dose supply of Quip's 4X concentrated formula at getquip.com/theread5. That's GETQUIP.com/theread5. Quip is the good habits company. Let them know we sent you, and let's wrap up the show.
Okay, guys, welcome back. It is now time for the read, and I will just start. I really have just 2 small things to say. One, I saw this clip, of course, in Florida, of some random woman who seemed to be pleasuring herself at a bar.
What?
Yes, out in the open, this seemingly Caucasian woman, she looked kind of white, maybe spicy white, is fully touching herself and quote unquote squirting all over the floor at some place in front of the bottle service and shit like that, losing her ever loving mind. And to this I say, what are y'all doing? Not even her specifically. I'm talking about bartenders, drug dealers, everyone out there getting people fucked up. What's happening?
Right.
I don't understand. I refuse to believe it's just something in the water over there in Florida. You motherfuckers need to, with great power and great drugs comes great responsibility. And y'all bitches need to start, really asking yourself some tough questions, because nobody should be coming out on the other end of a Punta Cana and then have to deal with Punani problems.
I'm so confused. I'm really confused about this. It does not make sense to me. I'm gonna be real.
What are you doing? And why did it take her so long to piss all over the goddamn floor before somebody came and grabbed her and took her ass out to the fucking parking lot?
Oh.
What are y'all doing? See, I knew this. I knew that you motherfuckers were gonna spend 11, 12, 13 months or whatever inside in front of your fucking fire stick and then come out and acting like you guys never seen sunlight before. And I'm tired of you weird vampire fuck ass bitches. This is all of y'all bitches are fucking strange. I have no more motherfucking well, I barely had any faith in humanity as it was, but now stay the fuck. All of you bitches back up. Back the fuck up, especially if you in Florida. Last but not least, all of these streaming apps are ghetto, starting with Paramount Plus, the ghetto of the ghetto. Paramount Plus is some fucking inner city fucking, what was that goddamn, what was Paramount Plus is some Gangsta's Paradise ass. What is the movie? I don't remember.
Song.
What is the name of the fucking of the Dangerous something?
Minds.
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
It is the most fucking lean on me danger. And then I just jumped to a different film. I didn't even. Paramount Plus is the fucking ghetto, and it's not just that. And for specificity, I'm not talking about the content. Writers, actors, stylists, crew, showrunners, even step to the side. This ain't about you. I'm talking about all of you rich, white, capitalizing ass bastards that had to throw your fucking hat in the ring because Netflix and Hulu was like, oh yeah, we're the girls and we're coming to your award shows now. And you're like, no, they can't do this. Even though you laughed and played in their motherfucking faces and all that stuff. Now everybody and their motherfucking Auntie Beth wants to have a goddamn stream, but nobody wants to address the actual user interface,
right,
the actual accessibility of these apps. And again, for clarity, Paramount Plus is not the only one guilty of this. Most of these new streaming platforms are garbage. Paramount Plus just had a lot of nerve. These bitches launched with no watch list, nowhere that you could even save the shit that you were watching to go back and watch it later. Asante and them later were the ones to tell me, oh, they got it on there now.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, why the fuck? Why did they launch without it? Why? What?
Yeah.
Here I am now trying to be gay and watch All-Star 6 today or whatever. And I made it to the end of one of the episodes before I had to go back to work because I was watching it on my lunch break. And then when I went to go and try and finish it, again, all I had to watch was the lip sync at this point. For whatever reason, the app, as these things do, was like, oh, you were towards the end.
Yep.
You must want to watch the whole thing over again.
Oh,
no, I didn't. I had at least another 8 to 9 minutes left. I didn't want to start the whole episode over Paramount Plus. I didn't. But you know the thing? For whatever fucking reason, you can't fast forward this goddamn app for more than 3 times the normal fast forwarding speed, which is insane to me, seeing as how all of these fucking platforms have content that is 45 minutes plus. This episode of Drag Race is an hour. Yeah. I'm trying to get to the last 8 minutes. So now I have to sit here and watch fucking grass grow before I can get back to where the fuck that I was at. And it just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. All y'all bitches are doing this shit now because once again, Netflix came and they snatched wigs and y'all were playing and laughing in their faces when things started. And I understood why you did that shit when things started, because I remember the early days of Netflix before everybody and their mama had a streaming platform. I remember when I signed up for Netflix and wondered why I signed up, because when there's shit on there to watch and everything worth watching, you had to order. Children, I don't think that you know this, but there was once a time where Netflix, you had to actually ask for them to send you a DVD to your house.
Yes, the children don't know this.
Everything worth watching. If you wanted to watch Minions, if you wanted to watch, I don't know, any one of these other goddamn films that be jumping on here, you had to ask them to send you the disc.
Yes.
Okay.
In the mail.
To send the DVD to your house in the mail. Again, a DVD is a digital video disc. It is something that you would once at one time put inside what was called a DVD player. A DVD player was a device that would read these discs and then they would play a picture on your television, right? So that's what you needed to do if you wanted to watch some shit. And then Netflix stepped its pussy up. All of a sudden you can stream some good shit. And then it was like, look at us. We're creating original stuff that's just ours. And then some of the original stuff was good. And now we have what we have, right? And it's like, fine. It's the way of the world. I'm not shocked, especially when it comes to American media, that people are tripping all over where the money is. But you mean to tell me that you motherfucking all of you people who really are behind the decision making of we need to have one too, are already wealthy, right? So how is it that you're spending all of this money creating original content, all of this money buying rights to content, all of this money fighting for the rights to content, but you can't pay nobody to put a feature in here so I can fast forward this goddamn shit to the end of the goddamn show that I was watching without having to wait 45 minutes into my goddamn lunch break to see who the fuck is who's gonna sashay away, bitch. You can't pay nobody on the technical side to actually be involved in the subtitles. What gives you? Last time I checked, subtitles were for the hearing impaired. I know we all use them when we're eating chips while we watch TV.
Yeah, we do.
But I thought that the whole point of it was for people who actually have impaired hearing. Don't they deserve options? What fucking right do you have to tell them what size their subtitles should be or what color or what background it should be?
Amen.
All of you bitches, as far as I'm concerned, should be tapping Amazon Prime on the shoulder as far as accessibility and user access or whatever the fuck, as far as all of that is concerned. Because she asks the questions and she provides the answers. The rest of y'all bitches are just like, how can we get Zac Efron and Snooki or whoever the fuck on a show? And then that's it. Damn how we watch it.
Yeah.
I'm tired. And once again, this has nothing to do with the content. I watched the iCarly reboot. She's cute. All Stars 6. I'm not, over the moon about the casting, but I'm getting into it because I'm gay. And honestly, there's a lot of recap.
Same,
Bob
for
the
the
Drag
same
Queen
reasons.
has a recap show.
Yeah.
I watch Raja and Raven and a whole bunch of other queens talk about the fashions. And I like to be abreast of what's going on.
Yeah.
But not when it takes me years
More
to just get tighten up.
Yeah.
Spend a little bit of that money on getting the fucking app to work. All of these shit's breaking down. Everybody's are y'all bitches paying for bandwidth or whatever, however that works too? Because it feels like every one of these new apps are having connectivity issues. Everybody freezing. Everyone, you ask a bitch to rewind back 5 seconds and they act like they don't know. Oh my, I'm so confused. What are we doing? What is this?
Right.
Is this an app?
I'm so lost.
Rewatching
What's
something?
happening? Yeah.
Spend some money to get these things to work. I'm done.
So as somebody who is recently started watching All Stars, I completely agree. Even though they're pretty good about making Drag Race very easy to find, like the rest of Paramount Plus, I'm just like, girl, what do you want me to do with this? Because it is a struggle, like hither to thither. So,
and then there's specific meat and potatoes. Like Paramount Plus T is like Viacom shit, right?
Yes.
It's got like Next, College Hill, like The Real World and The Girls, right? But then you'll go, again, most of the time, you'll pop into a Hulu, you'll pop into a Netflix, you'll pop into a Disney Plus even, and it'll be like, So Weird, My Wife and Kids, whatever, Stranger, and it'll be all of the seasons.
Yeah.
You pop into The Real World on Paramount Plus, and it's like seasons 1 to 3, then 8 and 9, then 14 and 15, then 20 to 24. Like, where's Coral? Now I'm done.
Okay. So like I said, fully feel you. I just have 2 quick things to address this week, and then I will be ready to go. First of all, for those of you fans of England, for whatever godforsaken reason, decided to be upset at the Black people who play for their soccer team for losing the Euro Cup. Yes, they did on Sunday. And it was probably the first time in my life that I can remember like Black people specifically like missing the goals and white people making them. And like if the Black people had made them, perhaps things would have turned out differently. Like this is my first time like witnessing that. And at the same time, I felt like, ha ha, nanny boo boo. That's exactly what you get, England. You fucking colonizing piece of shit. Ruin the goddamn globe, bitch. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. I don't. But immediately my heart went out to those Black people because I knew, first of all, like I'm American, born and raised. I know how terrible these white people are. And these white people came from them British niggas. So I already know the white people over there are like 1,000 times worse at their core than the white people over here because they beget the niggas over here. They got this shit from y'all. And sure enough, like not 90 seconds after it was over, even though like his white teammates came and comforted him after he missed that kick. And even though everybody, you know, hashtag allegedly came out to support the Black players, Marcus Radford, Jadon Sancho, and Bukayo Saka, even though, you know, they allegedly said the right things, of course it was a firestorm of racism because of course that's how y'all act. Of course, y'all was immediately going to result to the absolute worst of the racist things you could say because that is how y'all act anytime you feel like niggas don't deliver on the sporting thing that you care so much about. Anytime you don't win, actually, you're going to find a way to blame the people who probably had the least to do with it overall. I mean, and also, like, I get that this is an important thing. Y'all care a lot about soccer, probably the same way we care about basketball or American football. But like, girl, in the grand scheme of things, I do not care. You expect me to shed tears for Europe? Like, this is a game between England and Italy. 2 countries that are in Europe. So first of all, like I'm automatically already running low on the ability to give a shit. And then you talking about Italy that had a bunch of players like throwing banana peels, or fans throwing banana peels at players and calling them monkeys and all this other racist shit. And England literally being England and having colonized most of the globe and being proud of it. Bitch, am I really supposed to cheer for either one of y'all? I don't fucking think so. I don't feel bad for y'all as a country. I understand y'all's individual feelings are hurt and that's fine. But you expect me to shed tears for England, bitch? It's literally never going to happen. And my second read this week goes out to Stephen A. Smith. Of course.
Another one that could never live up to my beauty and grace.
He could never. Like, honestly, y'all are peers in an industry kind of way, but he could never do what you do. And it definitely showed on Monday. So Stephen A. Smith, if you don't know, is allowed to spout his opinions on television. This is a mistake, but you know, it's a mistake that ESPN continues to make and will probably continue to make here and now. But he was speaking about a Mr. Shohei Ohtani. I want to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. He is a Japanese-born man who plays for the LA. What is that team? Oh my God. What is the baseball team in Los Angeles?
The Dodgers?
No, it's not the Dodgers. He plays for the Angels. I'm so sorry. All the Angels fans are gonna like beat my ass. But
what the fuck is it with Los Angeles? Is there some sort of West Side?
They have like 2 or 3 teams
where they're just like,
yes, in
no,
every division. Like,
can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
I thought the Angels was like made up. Wasn't that?
No, the Angels is the baseball team.
Outfield?
Yeah, I think that's based off like a real story, I'm pretty sure.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I mean, so the LA Angels are a real team. And Mr. Ohtani plays for them. And right now he is at the absolute top of the league. He's being compared to like the second coming of Babe Ruth. And side note, I fully believe that Babe Ruth was a black man, a hashtag person of color. That's because that nigga Mero published like a conspiracy theory about Babe Ruth several years ago and about how this nigga is actually Dominican. And when you see color pictures of him, you're like, nah, I'm sorry. Babe Ruth had a black mama or something. I'm sorry, nigga. He had a black mama or something. Like, so I actually do believe that Babe Ruth was, a hashtag black, but Mr. Ohtani getting a lot of the same praise, like truly a breakout superstar kind of player that comes along once every century. And so, of course, Stephen A. Smith, what is his job? To hate on greatness. And so that's, of course, what he does. When he was asked about Ohtani being at the top of the league, and like the lady said, I don't know the people on the show, the white woman and the white man, so forgive me, but she asked him, like, do you think this is a good thing? And he was like, not to me, it's not, because, baseball is criticized for not having enough diversity and it's too many international players, and saying like, basically if you have a star who needs an interpreter in order for Americans to understand them, then this is why the MLB struggles with attracting younger viewers. Like, he took a real thing, which is that the MLB is struggling with viewership and like retaining younger viewers. Like, the MLB audience is getting older and older, and then somehow made the issue like the international players instead of the racism within the MLB. And it was like, Stephen A. Smith got so close to the point so many times that you just knew his dumb ass was going to turn around in the wrong direction and actually accidentally smack into that shit. And yet he never did. At no point did he realize like, oh, the thing I'm saying is the solution to the problem that I'm talking about. Like, he kept saying, having somebody who needs an interpreter, it affects the marketability of the league. It affects the promotion of the sport. And baseball is always the last one to change, and behind football and basketball. And, Ohtani is big time, and he's, but everything about him is great. However, the fact that he doesn't speak English harms the game. No. The fact that he does not speak English does not harm the game, because English is not the barometer of being good at this game. It does not. You're talking about a capitalist institution that is already extremely wealthy and is perhaps getting slightly wealthier than it was before. It's still wealthy enough to hand out $1 million contracts for people who are working like a grand total of 20 months across 3 years. So who the fuck is supposed to care? You mean to tell me the problem with Major League Baseball is people who speak Japanese and don't speak English, and not the fact that Americans are fucking racist? This is what I don't understand about Stephen A. Smith. Like, you have been told this multiple times. Like, you have a tendency to reach for the coon in you, my nigga, when it's simply not necessary. You have a tendency to empathize with the white man when there is literally no reason to do so. The problem is not that this man speaks Japanese, several other players are Dominican and speak Spanish or have a very heavy accent, other people can't hear them. The problem is not that sometimes interpreters are needed. The problem is that people consider interpreters to be a problem in a country that doesn't even have an official language, a country that was colonized and ripped away from the people who were here in the very beginning and did not speak English. The problem is that you feel like that is still something that other people should aspire to. I don't give a fuck if baseball dies out. I don't. If baseball can't find a way to attract younger viewers with all the money and resources and everything else, TikTok and everything else that the MLB has at their disposal, then they deserve to go bankrupt. How you got all that fucking money and can't stay in business? Because niggas can figure it out. Niggas have a business selling hot Cheetos and soft serve, and they will keep that shit going for 28 years. So don't tell me that the MLB can't figure out how to find younger viewers when they have literally everything at their goddamn fingertips. I don't want to hear it. The problem is not that he speaks Japanese and he is not a native born English speaker. The problem is that people care enough about that bullshit to hold it against him. When you could just look at his stats and be like, oh, but this is also an incredible baseball player, one that I am lucky to be alive to witness. But no, you skip over that. The quantifiable facts. You skip right over that bullshit and go straight to racism. And Stephen A. Smith wants us to consider the racism over the qualifications. Girl, fuck you. Once again, and as always. And that whole little video he put out about y'all misunderstanding me. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm saying it's bad for the league because he don't speak English. Like, we're saying, fuck you. There's nothing wrong with him not speaking English. Fuck English. How about that? Fuck English. I say this as somebody who loves words, loves grammar, chooses her words deliberately. Fuck English, girl. Whose standards are these? Who gives a shit, really? Who is dedicating their lives to this? If baseball dies because these people can't get used to interpreters, then it deserves to die. How about that? But no, because Stephen A. Smith is a fucking coon. Always has been and always will be. And that's it. I'm done.
All right.
Whew. Okay, so that wraps up this week's episode. Make sure you check us out on social media at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. Anything else from you before we leave, friend?
No. One thing that made me smile is that I found out that Eddie Murphy's son and Martin Lawrence's daughter are dating.
What?
Super random, right? They're a really cute couple, and like I just found that really adorable, and it made me think of the movie.
That's
like,
real though? How cute.
Yeah, like they're Instagram officials.
Oh my God.
Each other happy birthday and kissing and stuff. So that was really sweet.
Oh,
I really liked it.
Adorable. I hope they love each other. Stay together forever and ever.
Yeah. That was about it.
Okay. Well, take that little bit of sunshine with you as you go throughout your week, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye